your life, then you have to inspire. Believe in the words I got from it, you can't fire. Steve Rogers, on your goals and the dreams. Don't trust in the devil, for the devil is a liar. Inspire anything when you want, do you can be. If I'm not there, then you know so you can be. Jesus, him a thing we don't feel work. So listen to the message and just give and the glory. Purpose is calling, so you believe that you're always inspired. Tonight, cool, just chilling with Jesus Christ, representing for Inspired on Best 100 FM. Tonight, cool, just chill with Moses. Khaled, Cedric, none protest. The brave may fall, whenever I yield. See when we live with Christian life. Jesus, them never know say man a 40. Some on the yama attack no you notice. Them checks them is scared of man a stupid on the new year prayer. Jesus Christ, my guide and protect me. All them steps that them can't take over me. Jesus, them checks them is scared of man a stupid on the new year prayer. Jesus, from a little bit I go back here see. Failure would have never bring me success in a feeling like Christ give me that. So you don't know what God me a pray. God have me back. Spiritually me a launch and attack when the devil cause you don't know what Christ a the rock. So
hello, good evening, Radio Land, and welcome to another program of Inspired. And you just heard a while ago, Tin Eye Cool, the natural cool man of God. And of course, he's going to be here with us today. And we're going to go through all the different little hits and bits and how his journey of his music and all of those interesting things that all of us out here really want to hear. And of course, our crew in, let us give a shout out. Of course, myself, Tia, and go ahead.
And Kay is here.
And this is your girl, Jade. I want to just say happy birthday to my mother and brother, Shekinah and Grace Adegold.
Okay,
I
happy
want
birthday.
to shout out Toya D, who is on her way from Clarendon. Drive safely, please. Alright, Toya D is not with us today, but yeah, she got caught up in Clarendon, but be safe.
Okay, great. Of course, we're going to just go and get a little bit chat with the good man himself, the natural cool man of God.
How are you doing? Well, thanks for having me.
You're most welcome. And most interestingly, we want to ask you this thing, the name, Tin Eye Cool. I know Radio Land really want to get to the meat of the matter of this name, so kind of give us some idea about this name and how it came about.
Alright, Tin Eye Cool basically came from my name itself, Martin Isaacs. They take the tin from Martin and I from Isaacs. And naturally I think I'm a cool person, so I just say Tin Eye Cool. So from school days, them call me Tin Eye. So, once I got into the music, I just decided to use the name and say Tin Eye Cool.
Okay, very interesting. And of course, you're saying that the natural cool man of God. Because people just think that, because you're a man of God, you can't be cool and hype and all of those things, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, great. The next little thing we want to find out from you, Tin Eye, your type of music. Can you explain the type of music?
My music is definitely Christian, definitely godly content. And a little hardcore, with reggae gospel / dancehall gospel, some will say. So it reaches to the youths out there, especially the youths in the streets, that can relate to this type of music.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, because one of your songs that speaks to, it's called Get a Christian.
Yes.
I know your song not only speaking about the journey with God, but also the reality that is out there. So a lot of people will speak to that element of your type of music.
Yes, definitely. I mean, I grew up in the inner city, and that song was a testimony to me. So when I wrote that song, I was, just speaking about what I was going through, what I saw in the inner city, the struggles that a Christian, gentleman will have living in the inner city. So it was just depicting, basically everything that a Christian will, the whole life of a Christian.
Okay, great,
Yes.
great. And tell us a little bit quickly about your hit song, God Bless, and the singles that you have coming, Bless the Lord and Jehovah Jireh, quickly.
Alright, God Bless is definitely one of my hit songs. Most people like that song. You have Never Lose Faith. Also, that was also a song that got a lot of love.
Yeah,
Get a Christian, definitely. I have a new track that you heard just now, New Year Brave. It's basically depicting to say, I'm a KC person.
All right.
Yeah.
Casey,
Yeah,
all
man,
right.
quoted. So basically the song speaks of the motto, the brave may fall but never
Never
yield.
Okay.
So basically me I say, at the same way I live my Christian life, you know, even though we may fall, we never yield, you know, in Christ.
Okay, very interesting. We're going to take a break. And so listen, Radio Land, don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Okay. All right. All right, Keisha. You're talking. You can. All right, we're going to check the paper quick, Keisha, because I think you're. Huh? So you can pitch. Steven, you can just check it. You went, oh, you can start it. Go ahead, start it.
Chilling Records, Chilling with Christ, a proud sponsor of Inspire on Best 100 FM.
Your purpose is calling. Reach that Well, welcome back. We were talking when we were on our break about fasting. Guys, don't you ever have a problem with fasting? Because I have found out that during the years when I'm at church and they say we need to fast because, you know, we need to pray for ourselves or there's an issue or something the church wants us to fast. I've always had a problem with it. Why? I don't know. It's as if I feel like I can't fast. Am I the only person that has that kind of problem with fasting?
No.
Kind of problem you have, Sia? This is
Listen,
the same problem
the
that I have.
discipline. No, the discipline.
Okay.
Because when it's a boy, you use your certain timelines. You will eat your breakfast, and you say, boy, you're not getting it. Your stomach start rolling. You have to be on the road working, and you start get nervous energy because of hunger. So I think fasting is really a discipline. You have to really mentally prepare yourself for that, and based on the dynamics of what your body and how your body functions.
So I really mentally prepared because what I did is I ate a lot the night before.
So you work yourself.
Mentally and physically prepared.
That's well prepared.
For the day or for the morning or the time period that I'm fasting. But I realize I get hungry faster when I
With the
do that.
fasting.
Yes. What exactly is fasting for, really?
Fasting. Well, first of all, it's something sacrificial, as I heard my nice doctor friend say the other day. And it's jot with prayer. When Jesus talks about fasting, he talks about fasting and prayer. So it's not just abstaining from food or food and water. I think it's doing that, but also communing with God. And I think it is usually done for a particular person. Purpose. Every time I see it done in the Bible, it's usually for a purpose. When Esther was about to go into the king, she wanted a particular result, and so she asked Mordecai and the others to fast. So it's usually done for a reason. And in Isaiah 58, I think the Lord is talking about the purpose of fasting being to loose the bands of the wicked and the strong, break down strongholds and set the oppressed free and so forth. So I think it's usually for some great feat. But there are some persons who just fast normally, probably to get in tune with God. I'm sorry, I'm not one of the world's greatest fasters, but I know that it's something. No, but I have to be honest. But I find it hard, and trust me, there was one time I was fasting, and I felt I was going to die.
Mm-hmm.
Be honest. I mean, I was losing energy real fast. But what happened is that I actually prayed about it, and strength came out of nowhere. So it really works. Radioland, Christians, you know, fast on.
And I think there are different type of fasts, but persons don't see that. I don't think many persons understand that, or they don't see that, you know, for fasting it don't have to be, alright, I won't eat for the entire day or for a particular period. It can be where I'm going to stay away from watching the TV for a week, or I'm going to stay away from social media.
So whatever desires that you have, you pretty much say you're making a sacrifice to put that aside for that specific time.
I think the Bible mentions, sorry tonight, the Bible mentions 3 different types. You have the normal fast, which is abstaining from food and water. You have, no, that is actually abstaining from food alone. Absolute fast is no food, no water at all.
Do you,
And then you have the partial fast that like David went on. So you abstain from certain things,
Do
certain
you
sweet
know that?
foods or anything that would normally give you pleasure.
do you know that they also have sexual fast?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Jade,
Yes,
give us some
Yes, you
experience.
do.
Talk
Yes,
to
you
us.
do.
I believe.
You do
well,
have sexual fast.
it is Floridian. I'm very sure. I don't remember the passage exactly, but I know it speaks about when it is that you're going on such fast,
Yes.
Inform.
or when you're going on fast, you let your partner know.
Yeah.
Because during the fast period or the fasting period, you're not supposed to be having sex, I believe.
Mhm.
But I mean, if it is that tonight comes to Gloria, I'm going to go on fast for 3 weeks. Not happening.
yes.
They said that too long.
Wait, tonight you're
That's too
sorry, you
long.
want to say something here?
No, I mean, speaking on sexual fast, I mean, it's something that I definitely don't practice in terms
Amen.
of to say, yeah, I'm fasting for this reason. But if so, as Gloria, Jade, well, Gloria is my wife, so
Oh, yes,
AKA
yes, yes.
Jade,
Oh, okay,
yeah, man,
AKA
yeah,
Jade,
AKA
yeah.
Jade. So basically, if as she rightfully said, if we're going to do that, is some communication would have to go on
Oh,
and
yeah.
say, yes, some agreement. To
And
say
the length
yes.
of time, 3 weeks.
Mm.
I must mention what Pastor Jason Downer says on our Facebook page. He says fasting should be based on the quality than the quantity. For example, I could fast for half day and it is pretty intense as opposed to 1 to 3 days out of pure routine. So I think the intensity is even more important than the length of time. You know, some people go on some 40 days and some 21
Right.
days. But probably you can say for half a day, I'm just going to commit myself to spending time with God, no food,
Yes,
no water,
yes,
no
yes,
TV,
yes.
nobody. And that is really intense.
Yes,
Question,
that's-
for persons who are sick
Mhm.
or
Oh, wow.
pregnant persons,
Mhm.
should they go on fast? I mean, can they excuse themselves to say, because of this problem that I'm having, I don't think I'll be going on fast, but I'll pray. I mean, I'm not pregnant or have an illness, but I normally say to people, you fast and I pray.
In terms of someone being pregnant or just to say that, you may feel ill or you may sick, it's best to probably seek medical advice from your
Yeah.
doctor
Yeah.
first
Yeah.
to say, yes, I'm going, you can go ahead and fast.
And I
So,
believe,
yeah.
sorry Tina, I believe that is in response to Shanika Henry McLean's question on Facebook, on our page. She says, I have difficulty fasting because I'm anemic and get dizzy spells when I don't eat. How can I resolve this issue? So I guess what Tina just said would really work for you, Shanika. Speak with a doctor, but also that you have different types of fast. So it wouldn't necessarily have to be just no food, no water.
Right.
But you could probably abstain from certain pleasures or...
Right.
Right, because of
Sometimes.
course, with the different type of fast, with the
Mhm.
partial fast, you pretty much say, I'm not having any meat for 2 days. And
Yeah.
of course, we have beans, grains, peas you can have to substitute that for meat. So those persons who might have a health condition, that would be an option.
And the important thing is with fasting, I don't think we should just fast. With fasting, it also accompanies prayer, right?
Of course,
So
definitely.
it is not just, I'm
Not
I
what
need
you
to
eat.
fast or whatever.
Mhm.
I just
Yes,
think